So hi, I typically start my vlogs at the beginning of the week as a normal person would, but today is Saturday. This week, that represented it. It just hasn't been the greatest of weeks. And truly, I haven't been reading, so I had nothing to vlog about. Last night, I read Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks. This book was so cute. This is literally fall in a book. At first I thought I would only give this 4 stars because I don't love the style that the characters are drawn in, and I do take the artwork into account when rating graphic novels because obviously that's a big part of it. But by the end of it, it was just so cute and left me all warm and fuzzy feeling that I had to give it 5 stars. I loved these characters. I loved the setting. I want to go to this pumpkin patch. I thought Deja especially was so funny when she kept giving different nicknames for the girl that he's been wanting to talk to. I died every time. And it's not like super revolutionary in its plot. It was obvious where it was going, but even then, like I said, I finished it and I just felt all good inside. The perfect book for fall if you're looking for a good fall read, good October read. I think this takes place on Halloween. I didn't even say what this is about. So this is about Deja and Josiah, who for the past 4 years or 3 years of their high school experience, they would work at this pumpkin patch during the fall time. And they've always worked together, so they've grown close, although they're only friends like during this time of the year. And this is their last year before they go off to college. And so Deja is basically like, look boy, you need to go and talk to the girl that you have been crushing on all these years. So as they go on this mission, things just happen at this pumpkin patch that is crazy because it's Halloween night and all the festivities are going on. Hold on, Miss Bindi. So you just kind of see them going around this pumpkin patch, going through all the craziness, and it's super cute. I loved it. I'm waiting for my niece to get home now so I can get a pumpkin spice shake from Culver's. Let's go answer this needy dog. Don't mind my messy floor. Can I help you? Can I help you, ma'am? That's right. You didn't think you were gonna be filmed, did you? Try to look away, but you can't.
Welcome to Alyssa's. What do we make your best for you today?
Can I get a large pumpkin spice shake?
Here you are. Yes, bitch. Look at that. So we came to the park with my mom and my niece. They've been going on, I don't know why I'm showing you Bindi and not me, but she's probably cuter right now. They've been going on like long ass walks since the summer, and I didn't go because 1, can't do heat. 2, they went really early in the morning, which you know ain't me. So we came with them today, but we kind of did our own thing, which she did not like for most of it, and you were really rude. And now we're just gonna wait for them to come back, and I'm gonna keep listening to my audiobook, which you don't know that I've been listening to because I haven't mentioned it, but it's Know by Name by Chanel Miller. Chanel is the young woman that was raped by Brock Turner, and it's basically telling her story, and I'm almost done with it, kind of, and it's made me cry multiple times. It's really, really good, but very emotionally taxing, obviously. Bindi's so confused. She's like, what are we doing? Where's my grandma? Where's my kid? Good girl. Yeah, just lay down.
Women, the near impossible task of separating harmlessness from danger. The foresight of knowing what some men are capable of. Scan and anticipate all subsequent action. Constantly measuring how far threatening words are from reality.
So, I just finished Know My Name by Chanel Miller. Let me move so my camera stops not focusing on me, bitch. I swear to God. As you can see, this book made me very emotional. Yeah, it was basically her describing what her life was like during the years that she had trial and all of that, and the aftermath. The effect it had on, like, you know, her mental state and her family, and how just so fucked up the court system can be just the way they treat victims. This book honestly had me hooked from the very beginning straight through to the end, because I even listened to the acknowledgments and cried during the acknowledgments. It's just, I don't really know what to say about it because it was just really, really well written. Obviously I listened to the audiobook. It's read by the author. It is a pretty long audiobook. It's like 15 hours, but she speaks very, very slowly, so even if you like don't normally turn up the speed, I think you could get away with it here. I'm personally not someone that listens to audiobooks at 2 times speed. I am jealous of the people who can do that, but typically that's not me. I normally do like 1.5 or so. And also I can start an audiobook at like the slower speeds, and then as I get into it, increase it. I don't know if that's the way for anyone else, but yeah, I think I listened to this one at 1.75. I definitely could have gotten away with 2, but I was just like enjoying listening to it too much, and I didn't want it to end. Not enjoy it like it was like a good, happy kind of book, because obviously it covers some really heavy topics, but I just think it was done so well. It really gives you an insight to what victims of sexual abuse have to go through, and the way the court system is. Like, it was just so messed up hearing how her court date would keep changing and she had to cancel flights or do this, and it was just, I feel like that should be like a mandatory reading for, I don't know, judges and just anyone, because I think there's just, this offers so much insight on what someone goes through, and I'm sure there are other books out there that do the same, but this is definitely the first one that I have read, and it was just excellent. I cried so many times. I related to her a lot in different ways. I mean, I haven't been assaulted, but just, I know in the beginning she was talking about like being, I don't know if she said introverted necessarily, but just some of the things that she would talk about, like, I felt a connection to, and just overall it was really great. There was some parts kind of towards the, I wouldn't say the beginning, maybe like, I think it was while she was awaiting trial, that was not uninteresting, but it didn't grip me quite as much. However, that's not going to impact my rating. I thought it might at first, but then as it continued and I just loved it more and more and cried more and more, it's got to be a full 5 stars. I highly, 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 highly recommend that you pick this one up, either physically or the audiobook. I really wish I had a physical copy so that I could take some of the lines, like write them down, because there were so many good lines in this that she had. But yeah, recommend you listen to that. Also, while we're doing updates, last night I read Moonstruck Volume 1. This is a little hard to explain because the plot doesn't make like that much sense to me. It's just kind of all over the place. So I'm just gonna read what the back says. In the little college town of fantasy creatures live cozy, normal lives right alongside humans, and werewolf barista Julie strives to be the most normal of all. But all heck breaks loose when she and her new girlfriend Selena go on a disastrous first date that ends with a magician casting a horrible spell on their friend Chet. Now it's up to the team of mythical pals to stop the illicit illuminist before it's too late. So like I said, the plot for this is really all over the place, and there were some parts that I just did not care about. She has this favorite series that they'll sometimes put a page in, which is obviously very different than the art style. I didn't care about this. Bindi, hold on, I'm busy. I really didn't care about this part just because it didn't really add to the story in my opinion. And then I also was not a fan of, if I can find it, okay, they had these too. It's called Ask a Know-It-All, and it just has some random like celebrity, oh my god, I'm blurry again, and it just has some like random celebrity with question and answers. Again, didn't really relate to the story, didn't really care. The world is a little confusing too, because it's like our world apparently. I remember Texas was mentioned somewhere in here and I was like, huh? It's like our world but like with magical creatures. Like their werewolf Chet, who goes by they them pronouns, awesome representation. Again, I'll get to that. Chet is a centaur. There's like, I don't know if witches would be the word, but like people that can like see the future. There's ghosts. There's just all kinds of different things. There was like a bat thing, someone that had snakes on their head. So just a bunch of random assortment of magical beings. So the plot and the world necessarily for this one, not my favorite, but I do really love the characters. I thought they were all very precious. Although there was a point where they kind of get into an argument-ish thing or just a conflict. I didn't feel like both of their feelings were expressed that great. But otherwise, I really enjoyed the characters. They were really sweet. I loved the representation, obviously. Lots of POC. You have female, you have they, them pronouns. Lots of good stuff. I just wish the plot had been executed better and some of their emotions were better drawn out. So I think this is gonna be a 3-star, maybe 3.5, not sure. I do have the next volume and I'm gonna go read that right now after I give Bindi her treats. So hello, it's later now. It's a little after midnight. I finished reading the second volume of Moonstruck and then I edited this vlog up until this point. Can you hear my computer breathing? God damn it. As you probably saw when you clicked on this video, it's a shorter vlog than usual. Since I started filming so late into the week, I just didn't have as much footage. I could just extend this, but I decided very last minute that I want to do the Spookathon, readathon that Books and Lala puts on, and it's starting, well, today because it's after midnight, and I want all that to just be in its own separate vlog. Anyway, one last update. Moonstruck Volume 2. I actually enjoyed this one a lot more than the first one. I thought the plot was better explained. From what I can tell, these aren't really like a continuous story where you have to remember what happened in the last volume to remember this. Like, each is gonna have their own little plot and then the characters are just gonna be more and more developed. So yeah, I thought this one was a lot more understandable, and having known what this world was a little more, like having already read one volume, definitely helped as well. I didn't talk about the artwork yet. I think it's super cute. Not my like favorite style of all time, but enjoyable. One thing that kept this from being any higher is that while I do really enjoy the characters, as I said before, their emotions aren't super greatly explored. And in this one, I just felt at times things were a little over dramatic. Like the things that Selena and Julie would kind of like be mad about or something, like they would get into a fight and I'm just like, wait, how did that happen? Where did that come from? And I don't want to say that the characters are like too sensitive or anything, but I do think that's something that maybe we'll see grow throughout the series. So yeah, I didn't love that aspect of it. My favorite character in this is definitely Chet. They're funny, they're relatable. They play this like game that's, I think it's called New Pals or something in it. Anyway, it's something that was mentioned in the first volume that I forgot to mention. And it's basically like this world's version of Neopets, and it's just great, you know. They're all about the snacks and they have this cute crush on this one dude, and if anything, even if I didn't love Julie and Selena, I would read this just for Chet. But I do like Julie and Selena, but I do think they're a little extra sometimes. So yeah, that's all for this vlog. I'm gonna go finish editing this and then hopefully go to bed. I'll see you in my next vlog, which will be my Spookathon vlog. Stay tuned. Have a great day, week, month, year. Bye.